Questions frequently get thrown around about the Rogers locations on the tags and where the drums were built as opposed to the business headquarters, etc. I wanted to quickly run through the lineage and try to clear up some things that may be misunderstood. In 1952, Henry Grossman bought the Rogers name from Cleveland Rogers, who had a facility in Farmingdale, New Jersey. Grossman was looking to purchase a drum brand to sell in the Grossman music catalog. Ben Strauss had originally tried to convince Mr. Grossman to buy the respected Leedy name, but he ended up purchasing Rogers, which at the time was not known for a quality drum product, but more for high drum and banjo heads. After the purchase, Henry Grossman visited the New Jersey factory and found it in shambles. That's when he made the decision to move the operation to his home in Ohio. Bringing inventor, local instrument repairman, and Covington, Ohio native Joe Thompson on board brought the location of the factory to Covington, Ohio, and the business headquarters remained in Cleveland, where Grossman Music had been running since the 1920s, first on West 2nd Street, then West 6th Street, and ultimately to 744 Boulevard Road. This is why you see Cleveland on the tags. On Mr. Thompson's property at 4265 North State Route 48 in Covington, the legendary Covington factory was built. Starting in 1953, drums were built at this factory and assembly remained there until the summer of 1968. Here's where things get a little confusing. In April of 1966, CBS, Columbia Broadcasting System, who had recently bought Fender from Leo Fender, purchased Rogers from Henry Grossman. This is where you start to see Dayton on the interior tags. CBS had moved the business headquarters and warehouse to Dayton, Ohio. Assembly remained in Covington, though, until the summer of 1968, when all production was moved to Dayton. More specifically, 1001 Front Street in Dayton, Ohio. This is where you start to see the interiors change from the flat gray lacquer of Covington to the speckled Zolatone paint. Production wouldn't stay in Dayton long before CBS up and moved Rogers again. I've spoken with Rogers employees who worked in both Covington and Dayton, and one who even worked at all three, going to Fullerton as well. And they are all of the belief that CBS had intentions from the very beginning of moving Rogers to California to join Fender, but first they had to get production out of the grips of the people of Covington, hence the short move to Dayton. Finally, around the spring or summer of 1969, multiple semi-trucks were loaded up and headed west to 1300 East Valencia Avenue in Fullerton, California, where Rogers moved into the Fender warehouse where they remained through the 1970s. I hope this clears up some of the confusion as to where the drums were made, what is read on the tags, and when these moves took place. I'll link a video right here that will explain the corresponding tags that go with these locations. In that video, I mistakenly state that the borderless Fullerton tag is from 7071, where it is actually the very first Fullerton tag from 1969. Thanks for watching.